Hi everyone, welcome to my conch shell. Come in, come in, come in. Welcome. I am the Pearl, and I don't know what you are yet, but you are here in my conch shell. I just came up with the idea just now, and I think it's really cute because I'm just trying out many different things on my channel. I'm just trying to find what fits for me, what I like, and something that I love, which also ties into this video, is I love personalizing things. I love making things my own, and so I like to give things series. Like I want to make like series on my channel. I have one of my series that I've created, which is called Enchanted Conversation, which is where I do ASMR and just talk about things. And I make the thumbnails in a fairy tale-esque way. I have 3 enchanted conversations up right now. I'm really happy with them. I like how I've designed them. I like how I've gotten creative with them. And as I go on, there will just be more and more creativity, and I'm just so excited. And I think something I want to try is this new conch shell idea, because I think it's super cute, because I love conch shells. I love pearls. I just love that vibe. I mean, I have the necklace right here. Super cute. And yeah, so welcome. Today's video is about random things that I love. I decided to make a list in my notes app of random things I love and just to share them all with you guys. Before we do that, what even, like, pearls aren't even in conch shells. I just realized that. I just realized pearls aren't in conch shells, but that's okay. That is okay. I'm still gonna go with it. So, what even is in a conch shell? A hermit crab? Perhaps? Perhaps. Well, I am the odd little pearl in this conch shell, and you guys, I don't know. I still don't know what you guys are. I need to research more about that. But yeah, let's just get into the random things that I love. Also, the last video I posted was an enchanted conversation, and the volume was really low. And I think I know why. It's because my mic was on a different setting. Today, if you watched that last video, you don't have to worry about that, because now I am speaking normally. I'm not whispering, so you'll definitely be able to hear me. And yeah. So the first thing that I love that's not so random is myself, of course. I mean, I look so cute. I'm growing into my new haircut. I'm loving it. Yeah, and I have these really cute My Melody clips in my hair. I don't know if you guys can see them. Probably not. But I feel really cute today. Really good. I'm looking so stylish. And yeah, so let's just get into some random things that I love. Let's get into it. Firstly, I have to say I love Apple, and I love the Notes app. So we'll start with that. But the first thing on my list that I love is maple syrup. It's random. That's why it's called Random Things I Love. I love maple syrup, but it goes past that. Okay. I love maple donuts. Maple donuts are so fucking good to me. They are my favorite donut. Maple frosted donuts are my favorite. Love them, but I don't like the maple bacon vibe that a lot of donut shops do. That's not my vibe. Please, please don't put the bacon. Please don't put the bacon on my donut. Please. Please don't put the bacon on my donut. Yeah, I just can't. I don't like that. I don't want the meat. No meat with the maple, please. But yeah, I love maple syrup. I love hotcakes. That's like the only thing I like from McDonald's. I like the hotcakes. Sometimes I like the hash browns, but that's like the only thing. I used to actually work at McDonald's. I think it was less than a month that I ended up working there. That's like my shortest job, I think. Well, we're just going to say that's the shortest job I've had. But I would always get the hotcakes, and I love the hotcake syrup because it is totally, definitely like horrible shit you're putting into your body, definitely. But the taste of it is so good. I love it. I love the hotcake syrup. I love the expensive syrup in the glass container, which is what I always get because, number 1, I am expensive, and number 2, I have great taste. And number 3, it just tastes better than the really sticky and thick syrup. So yeah, there's that. But speaking of maple syrup makes me think of honey. And this is the thing about honey. Honey is so good for you, and I want to love honey. I want to love it so fucking badly. I want to love honeycomb. I've talked about this before. I want to love honeycomb. And recently I think I had another dream about honeycomb. I want to love it so badly. But yeah, all that to say that I love maple syrup. Now, the next thing. Speaking of Apple again, the second thing that I randomly love is Apple Pay. I love Apple Pay. I love that in this day and age we have a virtual wallet. I love that all I have to do is bring my phone. I don't want to have to bring cards, IDs, extra things. I don't. I love that it's all on my phone. I love it. And along with Apple Pay, I noticed on Apple whenever I look in my wallet that you can add IDs from certain states, and I have just been waiting. I've been waiting for years, okay? I randomly check this. I've been waiting for years for Florida to be able to do that, and I don't think Florida can do it yet. I think Georgia, Maryland, those two places can at least do it. Maybe Arizona. I think there's 4. But I cannot wait till I can do that. Just have my ID on my phone. I love it. I'm so excited. And I just love Apple Pay. I love it so much. It's just so easy. Just boom, 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 clap. Sound of my heart. Make the beats go on and on and on. I just love it. I love making myself laugh at my own jokes. That too. The second thing, or the third thing that I really like is AI. Now, the AI I personally use is Gemini, and is the reason I use Gemini because it's called Gemini and I am that girl? Yes and no. Now, I must say, Gemini first attracted me because it is called Gemini, of course, and now they have finally created a Gemini app for Apple users, because I know when I first started using Gemini, they only had a separate app for it on Android. And how do I know that? How do I know what's going on with the Androids? Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Okay, I have not gone to the other side. Okay, I have not gone to the other Android side. I'm still on the Apple side, but I did get some inside juice. Okay, it's because my partner has an Android. Okay, that's how I know this information. But yeah, I noticed that he could have the Gemini without having to get the Google app, so he didn't have to have 2 separate apps. He could just have the Gemini app if he wanted. But me and my poor little Apple, we could not. But now we can, and I'm so excited and I'm so happy about that. Yeah, so I love Gemini for that. Also, Gemini is free. Other AI apps are not free, so that's another reason I love Gemini. Something else about Gemini is I just love the aesthetic. Should I say I trust Google? Google just feels trustworthy to me. They're probably not, but I do trust Google. I like them. So yeah, I love the Gemini AI. Now, the specific reason I put this in here is because I was watching Prime. I was actually watching Expats. And I had kind of stopped watching it, but then I wanted to watch it again. And so when I went to watch it, I saw on the bottom left corner that it said recap, and it said something about AI, and I clicked it, and it recapped the first 5 minutes of the episode, and it gave the juicy details. It gave everything, and it was all AI. I was like, oh my goodness, this is amazing. Every show, every streaming service needs this. Okay, this is amazing. The fact that it just took 5 minutes of the beginning of the episode, and it could do that to the first 7 minutes, first 10, 11 minutes, all that. And I think that is just so cool how it does that, and I love that. It's so helpful, because there are lots of times where I start a show or start a movie and then I stop watching it, and then I kind of just don't really feel like watching it again because I have to rewatch that first part. But with the AI, I don't have to do that, and I love that. And another thing I love about AI is homework helpers. I don't really have to use that now anymore because I'm not in high school. I'm basically done with my associate's degree. So I don't really need to use that. But if I had it back then, like people have it now, I would be using it. Now, another thing I love about AI that I use Gemini for is to divide recipes, because I find that with a lot of recipes I don't want to make as much as they're telling me that the recipe will create, and so I just go to Gemini and I'm just like, half this recipe. Or if I want to create a recipe, like for example, there is this meal at Sprouts that is so good. I've had it so many times, but I haven't been able to find a recipe. But what I did was I went to the ingredients, screenshotted them, and I basically put into Gemini, separate these ingredients and give me a recipe on how to make this. And it does it for you. And it's so helpful. It's also super helpful with calories too, because I will, if I'm making like a pumpkin bread recipe, I can go in along the way and be like, flour 200 calories, and then I add all the ingredients to it, and I say, Gemini, add this up and then tell me how many calories would be per slice if I were to cut it in 10 slices. So I love Gemini and AI for that reason. And yeah, I love that. And so the next thing that I randomly love is fast shipping, specifically Prime. But yeah, I love fast shipping. I mean, who doesn't love fast shipping? This feels like an ad, everything I'm talking about, but these are just things that I randomly love. And you guys are in my conch shell, so what I say goes. But yeah, I love fast shipping. The next thing, we are going away from the virtual world and now we are going more into the physical world. I love Aldi. I love Aldi. Aldi is the most affordable grocery store. I love their whole vibe, because I am very environmentally friendly, or at least I want to be. I'm sure there's things I do that aren't environmentally friendly, but I try my hardest and my best to be environmentally friendly. And I love doing that, and I feel like Aldi stands for that. Also, I like how Aldi treats their workers. From what I can see, they allow workers to sit down, other places don't. Also, I love their whole cart system, because it's just so much easier to, because I've worked at a grocery store before, it's just so much easier for the people to bring their carts back after they've used it, and there's like an incentive to it to get your quarter back, and I really like that. And something else I really like about Aldi is I feel like they give a lot of options for things. Like, they don't just have one certain type of egg, you know, they have multiple different types of eggs, and I really like that. And they also have like different types of milk, like they're gonna have almond milk, they have the regular milk, they have lactose free milk. And speaking of eggs, they have what are the different, they have cage free, pasture raised, regular, farm fed, I don't really know, but they have different types of eggs. They have they have different types of nuts, they have different types of dried fruit, they have just classic basics, but then it's not like boring. Like, they have variety and options, which I really appreciate, because I feel like I really like that Aldi is a small store, so it's not overwhelming. I really like that. I don't want to have to go into a grocery store and feel overwhelmed, like when I'm in Publix or Walmart. I don't really like that because I feel overwhelmed. But yeah, but I do have to say, their produce section could use some work. It could. But yeah, I love Aldi for that reason. Now, speaking of pasture-raised eggs, I am very much wanting to treat animals fairly and right. Then again, I do like to eat them. I'm sorry, I do. I love steak. I eat steak all the time. Thank you, cows. Like, truly thank you. It's kind of a tricky situation, because on one hand, I want the animals to be treated right, but then on the other hand, it's kind of like, I feel that way, but they are dying. But not because of me, but I am voting with my dollar, and so is everybody else when you buy something. But back to pasture-raised eggs. To me, from the knowledge that I have learned, pasture-raised eggs, and then there's also something else that should be written on the packaging of the carton so you know that they were taken care of correctly. I'm going to search it up. I actually just used Gemini to search it up. But from my knowledge, the best eggs to get are pasture-raised eggs, certified humane, because when you buy regular eggs, there is no guarantee that they were taken care of. They probably were in horrible conditions. Same with cage free. Just because they say cage free doesn't necessarily mean they were cage free. the cage could be bigger than the smaller cage that the other chickens get. You know what I mean? But with pasture raised and certified humane, you know that the chickens are being taken care of. Hopefully, you know, because they could just be putting this on the carton eggs and not actually doing it. But from my knowledge, pasture raised are the best eggs to get, certified humane, and Aldi has them, and they are the cheapest that I've seen. So yeah. So I actually just searched this up because I am actually kind of passionate about eggs and egg buying, and I am using Gemini for this. So the 4 different types of eggs are conventional eggs, cage-free eggs, free-range eggs, and pasture-raised eggs. Now with conventional eggs, they are raised in cages. With the cage-free eggs, they have more space to roam around in, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they have access to the outside. And I mean, that's, yeah, just no. Free-range eggs are hens that have access to the outdoors, but the amount of space that they have in the day-to-day life is still just not big enough for a hen. And then with pasture-raised eggs, they have more space to roam around and things like that. And I prefer that because the truth is that honestly I am going to keep buying eggs until maybe one day that there is an alternative that I like. And as long as I am buying eggs from chickens and hens, I would like them to be treated as well as possible. So now let's get on to the next thing that I love. This is also grocery store related, but also just other stores. I love reusable bags. I love reusable bags so much. I love to use them at the grocery store. I love to collect them. I love cute grocery store bags. I absolutely love it. I love to use them wherever I go, Target, Walmart, anywhere, and I love to get specific ones for each store. So if I see that Target has reusable Target bags that have like the Target logo or Target themed, I love to get them. And I do have a Target reusable bag. I do have a Walmart reusable bag. I have Aldi reusable bags. I have Publix reusable bags. I love them so much. And something I love to do that makes me just feel better, makes me feel like I'm helping the planet, is whenever I go to Target or go to Walmart and I only get 1 or 2 things, I don't get a bag, and it's because I can just carry it and it's just not good for the environment. The last thing that I want to talk about that I love is Lego movies. I love Lego movies. Recently, and when I say recently, I mean like a couple months ago, I watched the second Lego movie, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. And I was high while watching it, and that just made it so much more amazing because the patience, the determination, the tediousness of having to create a Lego movie, at least I'm just guessing, that is art. Like, it was amazing. It was just like, I love it so much. I love the creativity. I love the little Legos. I love all of it, and I need more. I need more Lego movies. I want more. I did see that there was a Lego movie that recently just came out, but it just did not look interesting at all. Like, none of those people, it had Jay-Z in it and Gwen Stefani, and I was just like, okay, like, this is not what I needed. This is not what I asked for. Like, if you're gonna give us a celebrity Lego movie, put the girly pops in it. Like, put the girly pops. Like, I'm a girly pop and I want to watch this and I want to be popping off with them. I don't know. But yeah, I love Lego movies so much and I need more. So that is the end of today's video. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for coming into my conch shell and listening to everything I have to say. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on my channel again. So, yeah, bye.